we got a big football game coming up this weekend, Rob, and you're going to be wrong, period.
This is going to be sweet. I can't wait.
The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And first of all, let me say this, and don't interrupt me, Rob. Let me say this. Dak Prescott, yet again, showing what I have said about him all along, that he has the intangibles, that he is a winner from his soles of his feet to the crown of his head, that he is a leader of men, that he is a galvanizer of locker rooms.
Hell yeah.
This man cannot even throw the football right now. This man will not be able to practice before Sunday's big game. And yet there is not a doubt in anyone's mind that he will go out there and play, and he will play fairly well. That's a winner. That's you always ask me, Rob, what are the intangibles? What do you mean by intangibles? That's what I mean by intangibles.
Is that my voice? Was that me?
That's you. That's what I mean.
And when he stinks up the bed, when he stinks up the bed,
bad shoulder, what is it? Bad elbow. What does he got? Bad shoulder and something else, right?
Yes, his throwing on his throwing hand.
Bad shoulder on his throwing hand, and the dude's not even considering not playing.
And when he lays an egg, Chris will say, "What do you expect? He had a bad shoulder. He went out there anyway and tried the best he could. You can't blame him. At least he suited up and tried. That'll be the excuse." Because he hasn't been able to beat any good teams. They finally beat the Rams.
The Rams that you picked to make the playoffs.
But the Rams.
That I told you would not. I told you with my chest, Rob Parker.
It ain't over. Did they get eliminated?
Do not bet on the Rams making the play.
Did they eliminate?
They're out. They're done.
They're not eliminated.
Heck, the Browns aren't mathematically out of it.
No, the Browns are.
They're not mathematically out of it.
I thought they were out.
There's some I think 1,072 things would have to happen, but they still got a shot. But go ahead. You're riding with those hapless Eagles. They're beat up. They're injured.
And what they were able to do the last two games with all the injuries, bouncing back, tough division games. I don't care if the Giants record. I don't care what the Redskins.
Rob,
those are divisional games. Those are important games.
You have sat here all year and talked about how it matters who you beat.
It does matter.
This is what I said yesterday.
The Cowboys haven't beaten anybody, Chris, but the Rams. They won one game.
Okay.
So what are you saying?
That's fine if you want to kill them. If you want to kill them. But don't praise the Eagles for beating the Redskins and the Giants. This is what I said earlier in the week. You are the Mayo, the most inconsistent of all time. There's a different standard for the Eagles than there is for the Cowboys, than there is for the Rams, than there is for the Chargers, than there is for Dak, than there is for Wentz.
But I don't see that on my hat. This says Habot.
If there was room, I would have put it on there. That's next Christmas. The Mayo.
Unbelievable.
Yes, it is unbelievable.
I think this will be Pennsylvania will beat the Cowboys, and this will show you how good he is because they are banged up and they are bruised and battered. And for them to be able to beat the Cowboys in this situation and for them to be able to grab the division, which I think they will and win, it will tell you about Pennsylvania.
So what if they lose? You're already setting. Look, you notice how many excuses were in that little statement?
I'm just telling you the fact.
They are battered and bruised.
They are.
They are beat up. I can see you. Your excuses
I'm not making
already
excuses.
Ready.
They're
so
at
if
home.
they lose, there's going to be no excuses.
No excuses. And
if
the Cowboys,
they were injured.
And if the Cowboys lose, I don't want to hear anything about Dak.
If the Cowboys lose, Zeke probably had a bad game.
Oh, look at you.
Didn't deliver.
Stop.
Amari was dropping balls. I'm just saying, Jason Garrett called a bad game if they lose.
Is that how it is?
Dak's already won.
No, he hasn't
just
won.
Just by stepping on the field.
Chris, you got to get off this Dak thing. Seriously.
What? Dak is what? You're on Wentz.
You're
on Wentz.
You mean the Pro Bowl quarterback?
You got the nerve to tell me get off Dak when you're jocking Wentz?
When you got a nickname called Wentz in a lifetime.
Nickname from who? You
no,
and
that was
Shannon?
Shannon.
That's it. Nobody else calls him that. His wife doesn't even call him that. No. She calls him Carson. That's what you should start calling him, Carson Wentz.
When he wins this
game. Stop with the Pennsylvania. Stop with the Wentz in a lifetime. He's Carson Wentz.
Once he wins this game and basically brings his team back that was totally out of it. Remember, the Cowboys started the year, and your Dak Prescott 3-0, and they're about to choke down the division. A division that they were up 3. They were 3-0 to start the season, and they will wind up choking down the division. Remember that, Chris. And remember how all those games that they won early on, I tried to warn you that none of them mattered, that they were against also-rans and never-wases.
You should just count your lucky stars, Rob Parker, because you are lucky I'm not on Monday, because it would be over.
I might have to call you and get you on as a guest on Monday so I can rub it in your mug. He won't even answer the phone, I guarantee
with family. I'll be bringing in cheer.
That holiday's not yet. That's just Monday.
We're getting ready. We'll be getting ready for it. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Who do you have this Sunday in the NFC East clash of the Titans? Might be a little overstatement, but, clash of the mediocre teams where one has to make the playoffs. But who you got? The Cowboys or the Eagles? Let's start with Mike in Cincinnati. Mike, you're on with Chris and Rob.
What's going on, fellas? I love y'all show, man.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Hey, I used to live in the Natty. Where you live? What part of town?
I used to live in Kennedy Heights.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I used to live there, too, in College Hill.
You lived in College?
Yep.
I actually lived in...
know about that Skyline Chili?
Oh, yeah.
I actually lived over the 471 bridge. I lived in Kentucky, right over in Southgate, right there. You know where that is, Mike?
I know what you're talking about.
All right, what you got?
So who you got?
I'm running with the Eagles, man. But realistically, the Cowboys should win. But, let's be all the way real. Dak is not that good. He isn't the worst.
And Wentz
he isn't the... okay, now let's be realistic, Chris Broussard. Dak, he's running with the team that is almost completely healthy. What is Carson running with?
What was Carson doing when they were healthy? How was that working?
They weren't healthy. They had that injury all year.
How did it work out last year? How did it work out last year with Carson? Huh?
We're talking about
Nick
now.
Foles saved him.
He got a back injury, Chris.
And Nick Foles got benched this year after he signed that big contract in Jacksonville.
I'm not talking about Jacksonville. I'm talking about in Philadelphia with the same personnel. Nick Foles did better. That's all the brother's saying, and that's a fact. That's not an opinion. And you dissing Dak. Dak got the higher QB rating. Dak has the higher QBR. Dak completes a higher percentage of his passes.
He hasn't beaten anybody. He finally beat the Rams who didn't even show up.
He's thrown for 900 more yards. What are we talking about here?
Hey, Max in Georgia, you're on the Odd Couple.
I bring facts, not
Fox
feelings,
Sports
folks.
Radio. And Max, happy birthday to you. Your birthday's tomorrow.
You better call up here with some ammunition.
Hey, I appreciate it. That was awful kind of all y'all. I appreciate y'all doing that.
Yes,
hey,
did your girlfriend get it on tape?
She did. She did. I was bewildered by it, but thank you.
So you were just listening to the show. You had no idea. Your girlfriend is a good girlfriend, man, to do that for you. Seriously.
Hey, Rob, she got me the hoodie, too, so I appreciate all good things. Yeah, for sure. No, this to me is a classic end of the year. The Cowboys fans are riding high right till the end, right at the curve where the crash is coming. It's going to be just like the Eagles did to them at a Silver Linings. I'm rolling with it. I'm betting all money on the Eagles. Let's go.
I'm with you, Max.
But you wishing, Max.
No, he ain't. They can win the game, Chris.
You didn't give me one reason. Give me a reason.
You're the stylistics now?
I think they already got the excuse built in with the media. They already talking about Dak's injury, and I just don't want to hear that going in. I think he's not even going to break 30-plus touchdowns this year. He's at 26, so let's see what he does.
All right, you're hoping, man. I get it. You're hoping, but you're wrong. Let's go to Damon in Oakland. Damon, you're on with Chris and Rob.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Man, I listen to y'all every day and finally got the phone number, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
Great to have you on, brother.
Yes.
Man, but I'm going, even though I don't like neither one of them, I'm a Pittsburgh fan from Oakland, figure that out. I'm going with Dallas because Philly don't have no receivers.
Yeah, that's right.
No, they're beat up.
That's right.
They've been doing it with glue and sticks. I get it.
And barely doing it. Washington and the Giants.
Is it about winning or losing, Chris? What is it about? Is it about style points? They won. Wins or losses, Chris Broussard.
Who you beat.
No, now?
Beat a good team.
There are no good teams on the schedule.
You sang that chorus all year long. Now it don't matter? Let's go to Frank in California. Frank, you're on with Chris and Rob.
Gentlemen, you both are killing me, man.
Why?
Neither one of these quarterbacks is any good, man. Wentz has regressed since his first year. Dak Prescott's so overrated. He ain't worth Russell Wilson money. I mean, that's why Dallas hasn't given him the money yet.
I tried to tell Chris that, Frank.
Frank, you know that's
Preach,
not true.
Frank, preach. That's why he ain't got a deal.
He
Preach.
is not that good.
He's not. That's why the Pro Bowl snubbed him.
Frank, is
because
he
they
not
looked
a
at his
winner?
phony numbers. They
Is he
snubbed
not a
him.
winner?
Not this year.
Dallas needs a coach or something because they just is not bringing it with what team they have this year. They are very underperforming. They've been underperforming all year long.
So who's going to win?
Who's going to win? I don't know. It's an ugly bowl. They should just change it. Change the name of the game.
You sat here, I'm going to give you a lesson, Frank. You killed Dak. And then you said in the same breath, they're just not achieving like they should. If Dak was garbage, why should they have high expectations?
Because they got other good players
Frank,
other than him.
You got something to say about that?
With all the hype that surrounds this team and supposedly getting Zeke in there, they were going to be a Super Bowl team. Where is it? They're not bringing it.
I agree that they haven't brought it, but I'm just saying if Dak was trash, they wouldn't have high expectations. What team with a bad quarterback do people think is going to go to the Super Bowl?
A bad team with a quarterback?
Yeah, what team were people that had a bad quarterback were people predicting would make the Super Bowl? It's called a mic drop. That's what that is. Thanks for calling, Frank.
There you go.
That's a lesson.
What?
I do that to Rob Parker every day. That's all right. I love you, Frank, but I had to teach you.
Alex, do you see how quickly you just unbelievable?
No, that wasn't against you.
I was not against you, Rob.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Look at
What
you
about
greedy.
Isaiah in Baltimore? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Isaiah? What's up? Do they call you Zeke or no?
Yeah.
Okay, Zeke, what you got?
The way you said it, I
know.
know.
Actually,
I can tell you never been called Zeke
I
in your
know.
life.
I thought they don't call you Zeke.
No, I grew up getting called Zay, but some other friends call me Zeke. But
okay.
I want to say why I think the Cowboys are going to win. But I think if the Eagles do win, Carson Wentz has established himself as the best quarterback in the NFC East. You look at all the weapons Dak has had this season.
I thought you about to really make a statement. I thought he was going to say either in the league or the NFC.
Right.
I mean, look, I think Dak is better, but saying Carson's the best in the NFC East ain't saying much.
If he wins,
Daniel Jones and
he's
Dwayne
missing
Haskins.
3 out of his 4 starting receivers. I would definitely give it to him.
How did they do when he was healthy?
But Chris, if he wins this game with the depleted, people will take a look at when. Will you disagree with that?
I will give you guys that
I don't
Wentz
even know if
has
they've been
played
healthy
better
all
lately.
year.
He has.
Remember 3 or 4 weeks ago, he was missing guys in the flats.
But he has been big, especially in the games when they needed him.
The last few weeks, I will give you, he has been good. I'll give you that.
Hey, all I know is if Carson Wentz wins with the lack of depth right now and all the injuries, I would have to put him ahead of Dak again.
There you go, my man.
But right now, you have Dak.
Yeah, because of what I've seen so far this year.
Right.
But with all that talent, he still doesn't win the division. Decimated team against the Eagles. No, I can't say he's better than Carson.
All right. Good call, Isaiah. A little wishy-washy, but good call. It's the Odd Couple. What's happening, y'all? It's Chris Broussard.
I'm Rob Parker.
And we are
The Odd Couple. Check us out as often as you can on YouTube.
And always remember, I'm Oscar, and he's Felix.
Oh, man. Are you serious?